Hello everyone. So for this week's practical, I will show you how to make a plant diagram and a cellular diagram of the plant structure. Well, the previous practical, you have looked into the structure of the leaves. So tomorrow, you will be looking into the structure of the stem and the roots. Now, first of all, before you know how to draw these structures, you must learn the theory and come to know about their structures first. So I'm going to I'm going to give you this document and you're going to go through these notes, alright, to check out what are the structures of the plants that is involved. Okay, then I am also going to give you this document which captures all the sections of the plant, the leaves, the stem, and the roots. Okay, go through each of these slides, okay, and see for yourselves how these structures vary with each other. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's look into one of these structures. Yeah. Okay, so you see this is a dicot leaf. All right, this is a dicot leaf, and this section is taken from the midrib, which is the middle section of the leaf. All right. So let's say if the instructions were to draw a large plant diagram of the leaf midrib structure shown in the diagram, label the xylem and phloem. So now what do you need to do first? Okay, remember, a plant diagram always show the tissues and the layers involved in the structure, as you can see in the structure. Okay, so based on this image, right, what are those layers? What are those tissues involved? Okay, all right. First, you have to understand that, okay, first we have a layer of the epidermis here. Okay, so this is the epidermis. All right, so that's number one. Okay, now what other basic tissue or layer that we know about? Okay, let's take a look at this one here. This one is the palisade mesophyll layer, isn't it? All right, so you all should know this. This is the palisade mesophyll layer. And then we also have the spongy mesophyll layer over here. Correct or not? Okay, we also have the spongy mesophyll layer over here. And of course, we have the lower epidermis down here. Alright, the lower epidermis. Okay, now let's take a look at the middle part. Now, what is this layers here in the middle part? Okay, what are the layers here? First of all, note this layer. Alright, the cell walls are rather thick, isn't it? The cell walls are rather thick, and they are quite, the cells are quite large. Okay, all right. So let's take a look at what are the description to these layers over here. Okay. Okay, this is a source taken from this website. Okay, you can check it out. All right, you can check it out if you have the time. Okay, so just key in this address and look for yourselves. Okay. What it was saying here is that this, can you see the resemblance to the structure just now? Okay, can you see the resemblance? Okay, so this layer over here, this P1, all right, the description to this layer, it says the parenchyma, okay, in this region tend to become sclerified, which means basically it is transforming into sclerenchyma fibers. Now, what is parenchyma and what is sclerenchyma? All right, if you look back at the notes I gave you just now, okay, this parenchyma and sclerenchyma are basically the ground tissues of the plant. Now, the ground tissues of the plant, okay, which are divided into parenchyma cells, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Okay, now parenchyma, they basically appear, their cell walls appear to be thin, and they are somewhat round in shape, and they are relatively large too. Okay, so if you look back into this structure, right, okay, now these structures here are the cells here, they have thick cell walls. So basically what we can understand from here is that these parenchyma cells are slowly transforming into sclerenchyma. Okay, and you can notice their size is large too. Alright, sclerenchyma, on the other hand, you can see the description here. Sclerenchyma has thick cell wall because they are lignified. Okay, because they are lignified. So I think it is very is justified, all right, to that this description says about this area over here, okay, that these are parenchyma cells evolving or transforming into parenchyma cells. So we can somewhat view that this layer is the sclerenchyma cells, all right, or the sclerenchyma tissue. Okay, so that is what this structure over here means. Okay, all right. So when you draw, right? Okay, so this is your upper epidermis, isn't it? Okay, this is your upper epidermis. All right, and then just draw a layer here, okay, to indicate that this is that region where the parenchyma cells are becoming sclerenchyma, as I have described to you just now. Okay, now this layer here will be the palisade mesophyll layer, okay, and this layer here will be the spongy mesophyll layer, and this is your lower epidermis layer. Okay, now in the middle, okay, from the top, this is the parenchyma to becoming sclerenchyma. Okay, all right, and then as you look further down this layer is your xylem vessel. Okay, this is your xylem vessels. Okay, now xylem vessels are known to have thick cell wall. Okay, xylem vessels are known to have thick cell walls and the large lumen as well. Okay, of course, compared to the phloem layer down here. This is the phloem layer. Okay, all right. So therefore, in your drawing, okay, all right, in your drawing, okay, so this is how it basically will look like. Okay, this will be your xylem layer, and then followed by your phloem layer here. Okay, all right. Okay, now beneath the phloem tissue, okay, beneath the phloem tissue, do you notice a nice round and large group of cells here? This one over here, okay, nice round, okay, and large cells over here, and you can also notice that their cell walls are relatively thin. All right, at least thinner than the cells down here, isn't it? Okay, now this layer with large round cells and with thin cell walls, now what does it remind you of? Okay, what does it remind you of? It reminds you of the parenchyma cells. All right, so this layer, okay, contains our parenchyma cells. Okay, and if you look back at this description over here, okay, which I took from this website, okay, it says this region P over here, all right, this region P over here is our parenchyma cells. All right, this region P over here is our parenchyma cells. Okay. Then beneath these parenchyma cells is another group of round but smaller, and their cell walls are relatively thick too. Now what could this be? This will be our collenchyma cells, all right. So as you can see in this description here, P2, okay, is referring to the collenchyma cells. All right, parenchyma in the region P2 tends to develop thickened cell walls and transform into collenchyma. All right, okay, so this is what the this layer says. Okay, and as you can see in here. All right, so finally, in your drawing, what are the tissues or the layers that you should involve? Okay, first is the upper epidermis, and then the palisade mesophyll layer. All right, the spongy mesophyll layer, the lower epidermis, and in the middle part, this is our sclerenchyma layer. Okay, our xylem, phloem, our parenchyma cells, and this is our collenchyma layer. All right, okay, and since they ask you to label the xylem and phloem, please label them correctly. All right, this will be the xylem and this is the